I always start right here. It's called the 10-step launch pad. So if somebody's coming into my office, or if I'm doing a Zoom with them, this is what I start with, this picture right here. Okay. Now the circle of wealth, we have a 10-step process. So I said, I just like to introduce that process to you right away. The reason I say that to a prospect or client is people like to know where they are, where they're going, and then they always have their bearings, if you will. So that's why I like to share this with them. First things first. So I'm just going to, the hub here of our 10-step process is this thing called the personal economic model. I'm actually going to show that to you next. Okay. And then I think the most critical thing that we discussed today are these 4 financial questions that everybody needs the answers to. So I'm going to ask those. Then I'm going to show you the PEM. Then we're actually going to answer those questions if you want today. This, again, I'm talking to a prospect or client. Before you leave, or before the end of the Zoom session today, I do want to explain how I get paid. People always wonder that. And then in step 5, again, at the end of today's session, we will determine together whether or not we want to have a next appointment. And if you do, then we'll get that on the calendar. Okay. And if we do that as well, I'm going to give you a little bit of homework. That's called the questionnaire. You're going to get that back to me. And when we get together again, we are now in step 6. We will review that questionnaire, the homework. Don't worry, I'm not grading it. Trust me. But that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be going over that in fine detail. Then we're going to be going over in step 7, some inefficient strategies. And I'll explain more about that in just a moment. But what I mean by that, we're also going to explain the importance in step 8 of discussing like access to capital. Rate of return is but one of the things we need to talk about. But we also have to put you in a position where you have access to money when you need or want it. Okay, we're just going to talk about that. And then in step 9, we're going to talk about different options that are available to you as you prepare for your financial future. And then in step 10, together we will determine, what do you want to take action on? What do you want to implement now? What do you want to put on the shelf? What don't you want to do? Okay, so it's a 10-step process.
I've been in business 32 years, and I didn't discover Circle of Wealth till 18 years in the business. And it introduced ideas and concepts that I had never been exposed to anywhere else. And it has taken my practice to another level. I'd probably say my practice has grown tenfold since I started using Circle of Wealth concepts. So it's a total game changer for me, and it gave me more confidence and more excitement about the business and the industry. So it has changed my world.
If you watch this short video, you can be using this tool tomorrow. Click the order form for cost and ordering information.